Target yesterday, the one closest to my house, and they had a lot of good stuff, but I saw somebody online posted like these little cute things that I really wanted, so I tried out 2 different Targets to see if they had it, but I didn't find anything, so I'm just going to show you what I bought yesterday. So the first thing that I have is cute little, it's a desk calendar in the shape of an apple. It has the day and the month, and it has the day of the week, the month, and it has also what day it is. And I thought this was really cute to put on my desk to remind myself. The next thing I have is, because like I told you guys earlier, that I'm going to be teaching Kinder. So I know that with Kinder, you have to have a lot of visuals, a lot of things for them to look at. You know, there's just stepping in, reading and learning how to read and write their names. So a lot of colorful things is my go-to for them. I also have this little for later on the year. I can put it in the center. I'll have the kids put it in there. Maybe they can play with a friend and pull it out and write on a piece of paper using manipulatives. 2 + 8 = 10. It has the blocks inside of here, and I thought that was really cool for the kids. And as you can see, it's a lot of bright colors, and they have cubes in there. And you also can honestly use this for the older kids as well, not just Kinder, because they have adding in here. They also have, you can turn this around if you wanted to and use that as to multiply for the bigger kids. So this can also be used in the higher grades. Another thing that I got was a paper tray, because my first year teaching, one of the ladies who was working there for a long time told me that it was really important for you to have a place designed for everything so kids know where to go, and having a place to turn in work instead of them getting up asking questions, where did this go? If you establish where you turn in, like in the beginning of the year, your turn in stuff goes into the green bucket. I thought this was really cool, and it was really cheap. It was $3. As you can see, this one, the Matt Nice Dice Game, was also $3. Let me show it backwards. And my calendar here was also $3. Sorry, forgot to show you guys the prices. All right, the next thing that I bought was really cool. This was $3 and this was $3. Are stamps. Kids love getting stickers and stamps and good job and high five. So I thought this was really neat and cool for the kids to have. It has different colors and it has ink pads and stuff. So I bought that. A bulletin board. These were cute. I thought, you know, some kids are still learning their shapes depending on the student. I thought these were really cool and colorful. I don't really have a theme for my classroom yet, but I'm thinking just a lot of colors. I think that would be the best thing. My next item is a bulletin board thing in the shape of, it has the alphabets on there, and I thought that was really cool. This is a dry erase. This was also $1, really cheap. This one was $1 as well. It's a pocket chart card schedule, and it's erasable, dry erase, so you can write on this with the dry erase marker and erase it and use it year after year. And it has like when math, reading, writing, because kids always like to ask, you guys, they like to ask all the time. Like my kids literally every 5 minutes, is it lunchtime yet? Is it nap time yet? Like, so having that visual schedule for them to look at and see is very important for them. I just thought I have name tags, but I just thought these were really cute, and they were $1. It just says my name, hello, my name is. So I know when I was teaching my first year, some of the kids, they get bored, they pull out their name tags, they play with it when they don't feel like doing their work. So having extra name tags is always a plus. These things were $1 as well. It is labels, pre-printed labels. So just so you can have stuff labeled so kids know where everything is located. Like they won't have to come to you and ask, well, where's the pencil? There's a thing on there that that says pencils. And it's also pictures on there. I love that it's pictures on there because some of the kids might not be able to read the words, but there's pictures on there for them to see, oh, this is where pencils are, this is where glue is. This was also $1. It's a pocket chart calendar, and you can put it in a calendar, and it has, I don't know if you can see that picture. I thought that was really cool to put it in there, and it's very colorful, just to learn like the months and the days, and those were really important, and I thought those were really cute. It has it here labeled already for you. I know in morning meetings we go over like what today is, what month. I did that with my kids. This is a 3-letter word built-in board, and this was $3. So on this, let's look up this side. This side, it has letters and pictures, and if you can see here, they can write cat, find the picture that match it, and on the back, it tells you to put the picture here, and then you write the word, and there's a dry erase marker with an eraser attached to it for them to draw and write the letters and trace the letters. They have, if you look very closely, there's dots on there for them to trace. This can help them write their letters. Also, it can help them to learn how to do it by tracing it. And I thought that was really cool. This one is a number sentence, and this also was $3. And this is also good for the older kids as well, because on the back it has divide and multiply, adding and subtracting. And they do the same exact thing that they do on the other one, but what they do is they build a number sentence, and they can put, if I was to put in a station, I would put a roll of dice in there and roll it and have them pull out a 4. If they get 4 and 2, have them pull out a 4 and 2 and write down 4 plus 2 equals 6, or 4 minus 2 equals 2. You know, having dice in there is really fun for them because it keeps them engaged and want to play the game. I got this little lesson planning book here. This was $3, and it's really neat. I like the cover. It has pretty pictures and scissors and pencils and things on there, and I thought it was really cool. You can put your information in the front. You can write, it says your name, the school year, the room number, the grade, the school address, email. And it's really cool that you can put your information in front, because I remember when my first year teaching, I had a book that I used to keep all my passwords in, and I literally don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared, like it had feet and just walked away and just said, I'm out. And I couldn't find it, and I was so devastated. I looked everywhere. I looked in Lost and Found, computer lab, library. I asked everybody, and nobody found it. And I didn't have my name in it, and I think if I had my name in it, they probably would have been able to return it back to me. So this is good that you have your personal information in the front to help you, write down certain things, so that if you do lose it, your room number is on there, someone can come and return it. Looking in the inside of it, it has the holidays on there for you, which is really cool. It tells you the important holidays. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a organizer, like a planner for you to write down stuff. You can put class roster and student information. You can put their name, their parents' name, phone number, address, email, additional information, which is really good. So you can contact and keep all your stuff. I know I had on my bulletin board, I had all my parents' numbers and information attached to it, so that it was easy for me to have access to it, and having it in this book is really good. Classroom volunteers, special events, field trips. They have a place for you to put all of that information in here, which is really neat and nice. And you don't have to have so many papers all over the place. It's just all is in one book for you to find that. And you just go in there and you plan it for the week. So what you do is there's a calendar in the front for you to mark days. You go further into the back, it tells you weekly objectives, like what's your weekly plan, and you write down that weekly plan, and you can plan out your lesson plans. When I was I know I had to do my lesson plans were due on Sunday, and we put them into a system. This will be good in case you want to get ahead of stuff, and you can just kind of write it down and have the information already listed for you. And that way you can, just go in and easily input it. Right here, this was really good. It's a grade book. This was also $3, and I love the front of it. It takes a big heart to shape little minds. I love that little quote, so cute. Also, this has your personal information as well, so no losing this one, not getting it back. And you also can put your class roster and student information in here as well. Having that information twice can never hurt anybody. And you just put, it has a place for you to put your class notes. You put week of, the date, assignments, and attendance, and you just write down what the grade is. Like maybe you're doing an addition test, and you can put that on there, put down the student's name and what they received. Thought that was really cool, and I like the way it looked. It also has the subject and the period for older grades, because it could be teachers teach multiple class periods. So I would only have one class, but that would be good for older grades as well. I also got this Shapes and Number felt book. This was $3, and this alphabet felt book, which was $3 as well. And anybody who's in education know that it's important for to have kinesthetic things, because some kids learn by touching things, and some are visual learners. They need to see things. So having those different learning styles in your classroom is really important for your students. And I thought this was really neat because it has shapes and numbers, and it has it in English and Spanish. So your kids can learn in English and Spanish. And if you look on the back, it tells you, like, it says four. It might be backwards. It says four, and it says cuatro. So it tells you the English and Spanish thing, and that's really cool. I told you guys I had bought a lot of stuff. I just kind of went crazy, and some of this stuff I end up putting back because I was like, you're getting out of line, and my boyfriend's gonna kill me if I spend all this money. I'm just gonna hit him up and just be like, I need some money. So here is word strips. These are also really good. You can put them in the pockets. This was $1. And just put words in there to help and stuff. You can also, on the example, they have morning, reading hour, free choice, circle time, journal entry, afternoon, recess, anything. These can be used for anything. I've actually used these before, like with making hats with students. Like on the 100th day, we colored a picture and I put it on there, and it's called sentence strip, and you put it around their head and staple it with a hat, and the kids love it. Like absolutely, positively loved it. This is another thing that I got. It's class rules. You can write your class rules on here, and I do my class rules with my students. That way they have some type of ownership with it. They kind of like doing it. Like they know, like, oh, if I break the rules, or if something happened that we came up with these rules together, so we're not supposed to break them. So it's really fun and important to see what they come up with. I think one time one of my students told me one of the rules should be like, don't hit the teacher, and I'm just like, y'all going around hitting teachers in the first grade? Wow. But this is also really nice, and I really like this. And it's dry erase, so that means you can erase it and use it for next year. Every teacher loves to get things that they can reuse over and over again. Those are like the good stuff. This thing was really cool as well. This was $5. It's floor to put on there. To put on the floor. Now I wanted to buy myself a carpet to put on the carpet, and I know at my last school they didn't provide us with the carpet, so I didn't have a carpet. And like I said, I didn't buy anything going into my last year of teaching, because I started towards the end of October, and the kids were already in a routine, and I didn't want to mess that up. I kind of wanted to stick with the same routine that they were going with, and also I wanted to do things that I would felt like worked better. Some things I did change because I didn't like it went, but one of the things that I noticed is I wanted to do a carpet so people can have carpet spots. And I thought, oh, well, I don't really want to buy a carpet for $100 because that's expensive. And one of my teacher friends had sticker spots in her class, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I was like, I'm going to get them from next year. Well, I got this for $5, and I think it's really, really cool because I find that putting kids in number order works better and it helps them. So on here, they will have their number on where they sit, and they're big enough for them to know where to sit at. And I thought that was really neat. So instead of buying a carpet, I'm going to use this for the carpet, and they're going to have number spots, and I'm going to assign each student their own number, so they're not fighting about where they sit or who they sit by. You have an assigned number, that's your assigned seat. You know your number, and you can use the numbers throughout anything, like through line up in line, number 1 line up, number 2, you know, I need number 6 to come help me. It can be used in varieties of ways, and that's why I think it's really good to assign those type of things. I got this little stackable organizer, and it has 3 drawers in it, and I thought that was really neat and cool to put like scissors and paper clips. Well, not necessarily scissors, but pencils and paper clips and pens and things. Like, you lose things a lot in teaching, so I'm a very organized person. I need a spot for everything. I don't like stuff all over the place. It drove me crazy last year, being that I came in and they already have stuff set up, and I was so organized that I was like wanting to look for stuff and trying to find stuff, and it was so hectic that I never had the chance to even sit and organize things until like the end of the school year. So having stuff placed and labeled for everything is the best thing, because it's easy for you to find things. And this was only $3, and I really like this. I probably put paper clips and binder clips and things in there, that type of stuff in here, so that it's easy for me to find my things and I'm not looking all over the place for it. I don't know how exactly my classroom is going to be, but most of the time you put them in groups because you want the kids to interact with other kids. So I bought, this is storage cups. I might give one to each group and have like pencils in there, because I know that with my, that was the biggest, you never know how much first graders or even little kids lose pencils. I would fill my pencil bin up at the beginning of the day, have them freshly sharp, ready for the whole day, and by the end of the day, I kid you not, it was one. Not the whole 24 pack that I put out there, literally one pencil left. And I'm sitting here like, what are y'all doing with the pencils? So I have to figure out a pencil method that works. Maybe I might do groups, so each group, and label them. I tried to put their names on it and put it up on permanent marking and give them the pencils, and they were still losing it. What is crazy is that you clean up, kids always, we have pencil signals. This was the pencil signal, number 1. And so they asked for a pencil. I can't find my pencil. I'm like, you literally just have one 5 seconds ago. What happened to it? And you go in their desk and they got 5 pencils in there like they're pat rack. They just got pencils in there like they just selling pencils to friends or something. I don't know. They used to keep the pencils and hide them for whatever reason. But I'm trying to figure out a method that works. So I think I might label it with groups and have them use these storage bins to put their pencils and stuff in. These things are safety lanyard packs, and let me tell you something. I think this is the best thing I bought out of all this stuff, because I did field trips and I did the little wristbands, and I put their name and the school on there and the teachers, so that if something happened, somebody can find me. But the kids played with the wristbands until they came off and they fell off and didn't work anymore. They just wouldn't keep them on. So I think that having this is a good tool, and I bought 3 of these and they cost $3. And I think this would be neat so they can have it on, because they can keep it around their neck and not play with it like they play with the I'm telling you, I got off the bus and I saw like 3 wristbands on the floor, and I'm just like, really? We haven't even made it to the place yet. So I think these would be really good. So that's why I had to get those. I was so excited to see those. This jar cost me $3 as well. I don't really know what I would use it as, but I just thought it was so cute. So why not buy it, right? That's what us teachers do. We buy stuff because it's cute. I don't using it for. It's cute. I figure out something. This is a sticker roll dispenser in the shape of an apple. How could you not get this? Kids love stickers. I used to give my kids stickers all the time and they were obsessed. So I think this is really cute and I had to get it. And this was $3. These little bins I got, they were $1 a piece, and I think I'm gonna put like scissors and glue and markers in there just to have a place for everything so that they can easily have access to these things. And I'm not really too... If you have any questions about anything, please comment below and let me know. A lot of this stuff was no more than $5. Anything that I bought from Target was no more than $5. The lamp was the most expensive, was $5. Everything else was $1 or $3. So of course I had to get a little crazy in there and buy a whole bunch of stuff, because who wouldn't like $1 and $3 stuff? And also Target is having a sale on they're starting July the 13th for teachers. When you get an extra, you get 15% off for select items of teacher things. And I asked the guy if I can bring this back and get my extra 15%, and he told me I could. So guess who's going back? This girl. Who doesn't like 15% off? And this stuff is already cheap. So I'm gonna go back and see how that works out. I'll let you know. I think it's really, really useful stuff, and being that I'm starting over, I don't want to buy a whole bunch of stuff at the last minute. So I want to make sure that I buy stuff leading up like month by month. So this is my first batch of things. So if I come back and buy some more things, I will come back to you. Just comment below and tell me what you would like to see. Any questions you have. Maybe you want me to answer questions about my first year teaching, or you want me to tell you. Anything you want to know, just let me know. Comment below. This is A Life with Stacia, and I hope you come back. Enjoy.